In 1779, the British decided to give various people guns and organize them into groups called the Volunteers. The Volunteers were a Protestant organization formed in response to France joining the American Revolution against the British. The French were primarily Catholic and were believed that they were going to invade Ireland and begin a Catholic uprising on the island, which is why it was so important to gather the Protestants of Ireland and join them together in various organizations. Now, of course, the American Revolution did not end very well for the British with these colonies gaining independence, but these volunteer groups also began to tear Ireland apart, as the Presbyterians, who were given guns and formed into various volunteer organizations, were themselves deprived of the right to vote, and also were not given religious equality to Anglicans. These volunteers would argue for Presbyterian rights and then eventually turn to Catholic rights, the second one being the end of the volunteers, as they just could not agree on whether or not they should actually give Catholics the right to vote. This came to a head at the Dagunan Convention, which ended the volunteers' movements in the 1780s. However, this one was in the 1790s, when the French Revolution finally began to pick up the volunteers once more and give them this oomph. The industry of the kingdom hath been already impeded to the loss of some £100,000 through the unnecessary parade of volunteering after demise of its once real utility, and it is really surprising at this time of tranquility in the kingdom that there can be found perturbed spirits, so perversely obstinate, as in their own phrase, to keep it up on the visionary idea of being able to accomplish a revolution after the American example. They truly believed that the volunteers were bad, and so the government eventually came in 1794 and replaced the volunteers with the Militia Act of 1794, which not only gave Catholics the right to bear arms, but also formed Catholics into various militias. This did not end well for the British either,